Hey, hello everyone. Good morning. Can anyone confirm audible or not? Yeah. So where we stopped in the last class? The last class we discussed about the JSON object, right? The JSON object. Okay, so if you want to create an object, without any properties, so how we can create? Where obj equals to this. There is no properties, nothing. Property is nothing but what? It's a key value pair. Value pair. If you want to insert the data inside this object, the mandatory inputs are what? Key value pairs. If you have a key value pair, how many ways we can insert the data? One is like by using dot notation. Another one is like by using square bracket notation. So using dot notation, I can insert the data like this. Name is like Sachin. By using dot notation, we can insert the properties, the key which is not having the space. If the key having the space, then that time it gives me an error. If my key having the space, then that time you can go with what? You can go with what? A square bracket notation. You can go with the square bracket notation or not. You can go with the square bracket notation. You can go with the square bracket notation. Yes or no? Okay. Full name is like SRT. Got my point? Okay. If I write like this, LOC is like Mumbai, will it work or not work? Will it work or not work? 100% valid. If my key having the space or not having the space, my square bracket notation will work. Okay, if the key is not having the space, then only my dot notation will work. Okay, can we check it? Inspect it. Go to console. Can I create an object where obj equals to this? At this moment, there is no properties, nothing. Obj dot name is like Sachin. Yes. Obj dot full name is like SRT. Gives me an error. Obj of full name is like SRT. Yes. Obj of LOC is like Mumbai. Working or not working? So if it is having the space, if it is not having the space, always my square bracket notation will work. If we have the space, then that time my dot notation will not work. It is always work with what? The keys which is not having the space. Okay, this is the way you can insert the data. So at this moment, how many properties are there in my object? How many properties are there in my object? 3 properties are there. One property to another property, how we can differentiate? By using comma. Inside the property, key values are there. Key to value, how we can differentiate? By using column. Key to value, how we can differentiate? By using column. One property to another property, how we can differentiate? By using comma. Okay then. Now I have 3 properties in my object. So you inserted. My question is, okay, here his location, exact location, not Mumbai. His location is like Pune. Okay, then that time I want to update this data or not? Yes or no? I want to update this data or not? Agree with me? I want to update this data or not? Okay, how we can update the data? The next level requirement is like update the data. Very simple. I can say the insert and update both are like same. The insert and update syntax is like same. Both are like same. Insert as well as update. Update. See here, if I write like obj dot location is like a Pune, it is a insert syntax or not? Yes or no? By using dot notation. But the same syntax is going to work for updation also. Okay, how it is going to work means very simple. See, If you observe obj, it is updated with Pune or not. How it is going to work, inside the object you are trying to insert some data. Okay, while inserting, if the key already there or not, it is going to check. Key there or not there? LOC key there or not there already? There. If my key already there, then that time it is not insert one more duplicate key like LOC. Whatever the existing data is there, that existing data updated with the new data. Updated with the new data. That means first it is going to check if the key is there or not there. If the key is there, my operation is what? Update operation. If my key is not there, my operation is what? My LOC is not there, my operation is what? Insert operation or not. Now obj dot 100 is equals to 99. Okay, operation insert update 100 HUN there or not there? HUN key there or not there? Not there. If it is not there, my operation is what? Update operation or insert operation. Insert operation. See, 100 loaded. OBJ dot 100 of, okay, 89. 89. Okay, now tell me. My operation is like insert or update operation. Already my key is there. Already my HUN key is there. If my key already there, my operation is like update operation or not. Yes, sir? Got my point? Okay, now you can conclude one simple statement. Is it possible to insert the duplicate keys in your object? Is it possible to insert the duplicate keys in your object? Is it possible to insert the duplicate keys in your object? No. No. See, if I try to insert the same key again, my operation is what? It's an update operation. It is not insert the same location LOC key again or not. So in my object, the keys are always unique or not. In my object, my keys are always unique or not. Agreed with me? Yes or no? So for my insert and update, the syntax is like same. If my key already there, my operation is like update operation. If my key is not there, my operation is like insert operation. All are okay, right? Insert and update. The next operation is what? The next operation is what? Delete or retrieve. Okay, so I want to retrieve the data. So I want search it. I want search it. So how we can retrieve the data? If you want to retrieve the data, two inputs are required. What are those? Can anyone guess? If you want to retrieve the data, two inputs are required. Very simple. If I ask the question, hey, can you retrieve Sachin? Okay, can you retrieve the data from the object? Can you retrieve the data from the object? If I ask the question, what is your answer? Okay, what's your next question to me? Hey, from which object? Okay, which key data you want? Which object, which key data you want? So I require two inputs or not. From which object, which key data you want? Yes or no? Two inputs are required. If you have those two inputs, we can retrieve the data like two ways. One is like dot notation, another one is like square bracket notation. I have the object, the key is like name. Say this, I can get the Sachin. I have an object, my key is like 100. I can get the 89. I have an object, my key is like full name. I can get the Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar. I have an object, my key is like location. Okay, it's like a Pune. See this? If you know the object reference and the key, you are able to retrieve the data from the object or not. Agreed? Okay, obj dot full name. See this, it gives me an error. Wherever the key has the space, don't go with the dot notation. Go with square bracket notation. My operation can be anything. It may be insert or update or delete or retrieve, whatever it is. If the key having the space, don't go with the dot notation. Go with what? Square bracket notation or not. All are agreed? Yes or no? Okay, this is the way you can retrieve the data. Okay, we can add some extra things later, but now basic things you can learn. The next one is like delete. This is my obj. This is my obj. Okay, if you want to delete some property, again 2 inputs are required. From which object you want me to delete, which property you want me to delete. So 2 inputs are what? Object reference and your key. If you have those two, okay, we have one keyword is there in JavaScript. Delete is the keyword. Obj is my object. From there, I want to delete name. See my obj deleted. Yes or no? I want to delete full name. Obj dot full name. Will it work or not work? Not work. So how? Obj of, come on, full name. Working? Working? Come on, come on. This is the way we can delete the data from the object or not. Okay, so like this, we can insert the data, update the data, delete the data or not. Color okay? Can insert the data, update the data, delete the data, and retrieve the data. Okay, we can add some more things later. This knowledge is enough to go forward with our box example. Okay, let's go to our box example. Come on. This is our box, right? Can I run this? What's our requirement? I needed each and every box numbers. I want, okay, each and every box, okay, numbers. First box for 1, second box 2, 3, like that. Okay, here, okay, see, 1, it's okay, fine, first box. In my second box, 2 is required, 3 is required, 4 is required. But the place is correct. This is only the place, okay, right place now. Okay, this is only the place, but the data is like not expected data, it's the wrong data. So give the proper data. Okay, this is only the place. This is only the place. Okay, but my data is like not hard coded like 1. Okay, now my question is where I can differentiate. Okay, if I keep the data here, that is applicable for all the boxes. Where I can differentiate, this is the first box, second box, like that. This is the place, right? This is the place, right? Okay, if you observe here syntactically how it looks like. Syntactically how it looks like. Syntactically how it looks like. This is my first box, second box, like that, right? Syntactically, it's an element. It's an element. Okay, this is the first box. I want to tell, this is the first box. I want to tell something about the box, something about the element. Then you can go with what? If you want to tell something about the element, this is the first box, this is the second box, this is the third box. I want to tell something about the element. Then you can go with what? Attributes. Attributes. Okay, attribute is nothing but what? It's a key value pair. If it is a predefined element given by HTML people given some attributes, you can add it. Div is a predefined, you can add, okay, div attributes given by HTML people, name, ID, class, like that. Is my box is like a HTML attribute, HTML element? Is my box is a HTML element or XML? It's a own element. Is my box is like HTML element or own element? Come on, user defined or predefined? Box is like user defined or predefined? You created a HTML people given a user defined element. If it is a user defined element, you can define attributes also by your own. You can define the attributes also by your own attributes. You can give it. Attribute is a key value pair. Okay, key can be anything, value can be anything. Why? Because that is my element, my wish. So can I tell something about this box? Okay, hey, this is my number 1 box. Like that, can I tell some information about this box? How we can? Like an attribute, my attribute key can be anything. Okay, for now I'm going to give like number. Okay, it's like 1, like this. Can I say any problem? Syntactical, any problem? I want to tell something about this box also. Okay, this is like a number 2 box, right? Can I write like this? This is like what? Number 3 box, right? Can I write like this? This is like what? Number 4 box. Can I write like this? All are agreed with me? Yes or no? Okay, like this, how many attributes you can write to an element? Like this, how many attributes you can write to one element? Like this, how many attributes we can write to one element? Come on, come on, come on. Any number of attributes. We can add some more attributes also later. So far good. Okay. Now think in React. Now it is an element I said. Now I am telling like a component. Now it is a component. Okay. If it is a component, if you want to pass some data to the component, okay, while loading, this is a loading time. Loading is nothing but using. While loading the component, if you want to pass some data to the component, in which format we can pass it? In the attribute format we can pass it or not. Got my point? Got my point? Okay, my question is very simple. When we can pass the data to the component? When we can pass the data to the component? My question, listen carefully. When we can pass the data to the component? This is the component, right? This is the component. When you can pass the data to the component? At the time of loading or not? At the time of loading or not? Or loading or rendering or okay, whatever it is, you can use it. At the time of loading or not? How we can load this component? Element format with a capital letter. At the time of loading, we can pass the data to the component. Okay, how you can pass the data to the component? As an attribute format or not? Other way also there, will tell. Don't worry about that. All are okay? At the time of loading, we can pass the data to the component. How we can pass it? Through attribute format. Through attribute format. So this data, this key value pair, okay, in this line number, it's an element, it's a key value pair is nothing but attribute. So here, line number 25, this key value pair, I can say attribute. This key value pair go to box component, right? My box is like which type of component? Come on. My box is like which type of component? It's a functional. Okay, that means this data go to one function or not? Go to one function or not? Now tell me how one function receive the data which is coming from outside? How one function receive the data which is coming from outside? If you pass some data, how one function receive the data? Okay, I have a function f1. Okay, f1. While calling my f1, if I pass the data, how this function receives this data 10 as an argument or not? Yes or no? So here also same thing. Here also same thing. I pass this data to my box functional component. So this box functional component has to receive the data or not. So as a argument. So that argument name can be anything. For now, yeah. So can anyone tell? In this case, what is my A type? It holds 10. It's a number type. Number type. In this case, tell me the data is like in which format? Come on. The data which is going to my box component is in which format? Which format? Come on. Key value pair format or not? If it is a key value pair format in JavaScript, how we can represent the key value pairs? Come on. In JavaScript, how we can represent the key value pairs? Like an object or not? So my object contains what? Key value pairs, right? Okay, what is my key? Come on. My number is my key. What is my value? My 1 is my value or not? Agreed? So my A is looks like this or not? All are okay? Come on. Okay, now tell me how you can get this one. Now it is an object. You know, right? How to retrieve the data from the object? How to retrieve the data from the object? If you want one, how we can retrieve the data from the object? Come on. How we can retrieve the data from the object? By using dot notation or by using square bracket notation. So here, can I retrieve the data like what? A dot number. It is the key, right? Yes or no? Come on. Okay. Can I refresh the page? Is it expected output? A dot number, A dot number, A dot number. Is it expected output? Okay, let's start. JSX is the combination of three things. What are those? HTML, XML, JavaScript. So with respect to app component, this is the JSX. It includes div, HTML, box is what? XML. user defined element, right? XML. So with respect to this one, we have HTML and XML. If you come to this component, div is what? Div. It's a HTML. Can you tell me the A is what? Come on. A is what? A is what? It is a variable, right? It is an argument, right? It is a local variable, right? Okay. A is a variable. A variable. Variables and methods, all these things where we can define. Where we can define in JavaScript only, right? So can I say my A is a variable? It's a JavaScript code or not? It is an object type. I'm retrieving the data. It's a JavaScript code or not? So see this here, div, here XML, it's a HTML, and JS, everything covered or not? Yes or no? In your JSX code, now onwards. Okay, keep this one in your mind. Now onwards. In your JSX code, wherever you see the JavaScript related code, that JavaScript code should render with an expression. Should render with an expression. This is my open brace and closing brace. That's it. That one you can keep in your mind. Wherever you see the JavaScript code, that should be enclosed with what? This expression. That's it. Now can you come here? Can I refresh? Working? Come on. Working or not? Working or not? Okay, here in this requirement, total how many components are there? How many components are there? Total how many components are there? In this requirement, total how many components are there? Come on. 2 components. What are those? What are those? App component and box component. App component and box component. Now my question is the relation between app and box. The relation between app and box. Can anyone tell me? It's a hierarchy based. Tell me. Relation between app and box. My box loaded inside the app, right? So what I can say? My app, can I say like a parent? Okay, my box loaded inside the app. So I can say my app is a parent to my box or not. My box is a children to my app or not. Which component loaded? That component we can say like a children. Where it is loaded? Okay, that one we can say parent to that loaded component or not. Yes, sir. Come on. Okay, shall we move to the one more example? Shall we move to the one more example? Okay, then let's go with small things only. Small things only. All are like, but concept is important. Concept is important. Okay. My requirement is like this. My requirement is very simple. Okay, just listen this one. You can understand your box example also. My requirement is very simple. At the time of loading my page, this content has to be rendered inside the browser. That is my simple requirement. Okay, in the first line, hi, this is Sachin, I am from Mumbai. In my second line, hi, this is Dhoni. Okay, third line like that. Okay, this is the one. This is the requirement. Shall we? Okay, let's go. Come on, one by one, tell me. First, I want to show something to the end user. So okay, come on. That content should be placed inside the body. So I need one container, some space to my content. So this is my container. Okay, this container by default place inside the body. So my content, if I place inside this div inside the body, that is visible to the end user. So this is my container. Next, what do you want me to place inside the container? Content. How we can prepare the content in React? By using components. How many ways we can create the components? Two ways. One is like functional, another one is like class. Class components, leave it. Functional component. So can we create the function? How we can create the function? It's a simple JavaScript function. Okay, function. Yeah. My function, okay, is a component now. Is a component now. Okay, so how we can return something for now. Hello. Okay, make it work first. After that, we can come to the requirement. Next. Who can recognize this one like a component? Who can recognize this one like a component? Yes. Okay, this one I can say like what? JSX. Who can compile this JSX? One, Babel. How we can give that? Text Babel. Babel. You have to assign that work or not. Now I have a compiled content. I want to render inside the container. Okay, who can render the content inside the container? React DOM. So that React DOM. In the React DOM, which method is there to create the container reference, to get the container reference? To get the container reference, which method is there? In the React DOM, which method is there to get the container? React DOM dot create root is the method. Create root is the method. It is expecting your container reference. So this is my container reference or not. Now you can get the container. Once you have the container reference, once you have the container, okay, that container you have to place inside the, okay, that inside the container you have to place this container content or not. How we can? My container dot render is the method. Render is the method. So what you want me to render? I want to render my component or done. Can we run this? Can we run this? Can we run this? Working? Okay, without any errors, it's working. Now let's come back to our requirement. What is our requirement? Hello. Okay, this is Sachin. Sachin, I am from Mumbai. Okay, like this. One more player, right? Like this, how many players are there? How many players are there? Why it gives me syntactical error? In your JSX, if you have the adjacent elements, means side by side elements, that should be wrapped with a single enclosed element or not. So can I write the single enclosed element? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. Now can I refresh the page? Yes, my requirement satisfied, right? My requirement satisfied or not? My requirement satisfied or not? My requirement satisfied. But is it the right way? Is it the recommended way to write the code? For example, okay, they asked me to do the change like hello, instead of hello, hi, this is Sachin. I is not required. I am from Mumbai. He asked. Then how many places you need to do the change? Each and every place hello should be replaced with hi. You should have to remove I or not. Each and every place. Okay, 3 places in maybe that may be 30, whatever it is. Okay, if you observe this one, there has 80% code is like duplicate code only or not? Say this. It's not a kind of total code is like duplicate, but most of the code is like duplicate or not? Yes or no? Hello, this is okay. I am from. This is the common for all 3 lines or not? Okay, if the most of the code is like 50%, more than 50% code is like a common code, so can you write in one place? Can you reuse it wherever you want? Is it possible or not possible? Yes or no? More than 50% code is like a duplicate code. Okay, write in one place, reuse it wherever you want. Reuse it wherever you want. So, can I create one component with this content to reuse it? How it is possible? Okay, to create the content to reuse it in React. In React, if you want to prepare some content, that content, if you want to reuse it, how it is possible in your React? By creating a components or not? Create one component with this content, reuse that component wherever you want, how many times you want. So can we create a component? Everyone knows, right, how to create the component? Yes. Function, can I create a player component? Can you return it? Can you return it? Yes. Now can I delete this one? Can I use my player? Yes or no? Can I use my player? Can I use my player? Syntactically, both are like, okay, this one and this one, like same or not? Yes or no? Yes or no? Syntactically 100% valid. Yes. Okay. My reusability is working now. You return only one time, you reuse it 3 times. Okay, 3 places. 3 places. My reusability concept is working as expected, but this is not my expected output, right? Always like such in. It's not my expected output or not. Okay, now you can think about the dynamic values now. Which values are like dynamic here? Which values are like dynamic? Come on. This name and location are like dynamic or not? Got my point? So one player has their own data. That means, okay, I want to tell something about Sachin. Okay, his name is like location. Okay, name is like Sachin, location is like Mumbai. I want to tell, okay, Dhoni. Okay, I want to tell UV like this. I want to tell something about my player individual or not. Okay, where I can differentiate. This is the first player, second player, third player, like that. Where I can differentiate? Where I can differentiate? Tell me. Where I can differentiate? Here. This is my first player, right? This is my second player, right? This is my third player, right? Can you tell something about the first player, his name and location? Can I tell? How we can tell something about? If you want to tell something about the element, how we can tell something about the element? Using attributes. Okay, it is a predefined or user-defined element? It's a predefined or user-defined element? It's a user-defined element. So the attributes, names can be anything, right? Based on your requirement. Okay, so can I say the attribute key is like name? Can I place like a Sachin here? Okay, can I use like one more attribute here? Now tell me, any problem with this? Now tell me how many attributes I can add to element. Any number of attributes you can add it. Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay, like this. Here also can I add one more attribute like name? Name. Okay, Dhoni. Location is like what? Ranchi. Here my name is like what? Kohli. Okay, my location is like what? Delhi. Delhi. Yes, sir. Now this key value pairs go to which component? Think in React now. Okay, now it is a component. My component is loading. While loading the component, we can pass the data in the key value pairs. Now this data go to my player component. If my player component is like a functional, how we can hold the data which is coming from outside? How we can hold one function? How it is called? How it can hold as an argument or not? Argument name can be anything. Now you can say the argument type is what? It holds which kind of data? Which kind of data it is holding? It's a key value pairs or not. What is my key? Name for my first one. So what is my key? Location for my second attribute. Now instead of a, can I give the name is like obj? Now I came to know, right? The type at least. Yes or no? Later we can change another name also. For now, obj is the recommended name or not? Agreed with me? Okay, how we can get Sachin? How we can retrieve the data? How we can retrieve the data? By using dot notation. Yes. Another way, tell me how we can retrieve the data? By using square bracket notation also or not? Square bracket notation also or not? Now obj.name, it is JavaScript code, right? What I said in JSX, wherever you see the JavaScript code enclosed with an expression or not. This is also which code? JavaScript code only, right? Can I keep like this? Yes, sir. Can I refresh the page? Working? Yes or no? Okay, if you want to do the change, okay, how many places my change is required? How many places my change is required? Only one place is enough or not? Okay, now how many components are there? Come on, how many components are there? Two components are there. Okay, one is like my app component, another one is like what? Another one is like what? Player component. Okay, so my app component is what? It's a parent component. It's a parent component. Okay, my player is like what? Children component. Can you tell me my data inside which component? App player. My data inside which component? My data inside which component? App component, right? App component, not in the player. See, Sachin, Mumbai, Dhoni, Ranchi, where you can see the data. Okay, it is going to my player. It's okay, fine. But my data inside which component? My data inside which component? App component is nothing but parent, right? Parent, right? So my data inside the parent, you are passing the data to whom? Come on. You are passing the data to whom? To my child component. Player component is nothing but children component or not? Can I say this is a kind of, okay, passing the data from my parent to children? My parent component to child component, can I say? Yes or no? Can I say, okay, the data which is passing from my parent to child? Yes, there has one more concept is there communication between components, but this is also, it's a kind of passing the data from my parent to child or not? All are great. Okay, then. Okay, answer this question. When you can pass the data to the component? When you can pass the data to the component? When we can pass the data to the component? While loading. Perfect. While rendering. While loading. While loading. While loading. How many ways we can pass the data to the component while loading? How many ways we can pass the data to the component while loading? While loading, how many ways we can pass the data to the component? While loading, how many ways we can pass the data to the component? Come on. One way already discussing, right? Okay, now current discuss or the topic is that one only, right? While loading a component, we can pass the data as an attribute format, right? While loading a component, think, okay, tell in this format, tell me here. While loading a component, we can pass the data like an attribute format or not? While loading a component, we can pass the data as an attribute format or not? Yes, that is one way. Another way also there. You know that? Okay, another way also there. Another way also there. Okay, what is the another way? Okay, I will tell. Don't worry. Come on. Okay, the same example you can take it. I want to extend like what, Hi, this is Sachin. I am from Mumbai. My runs are 20,000. Okay, my runs are 10,000. My runs are this one. Like that I want. Next example. Okay, this example only I want to extend something more. Okay. Can I take one more example? Copy this, paste somewhere. layers only. Okay, 2.html. Okay, I can say this is like 1.html. Okay, now come here. Yes. If I write like this, any problem to you? Any problem to you? If I write like this, any problem to you? Syntactically 100% valid or not? Syntactically 100% valid or not? My element can be either self-closing or open close. Okay, it is start with capital letter in the element format. It is like components or not? It's like components or not? See, while loading the component, we can pass the data as an attribute format is one thing. Another one is like, as a children also we can pass it. Okay, children is nothing but see this. This is the open tag, right? This is the closing tag, right? Okay, I have a div is there. Yes, is there. Tell me, div, okay, open tag, div closing tag. This is the content. Whatever the content you placed, that one is like children only, right? Yes or no? Come on. Okay, that may be SS. Okay, that may be span. That may be span. Whatever it is. My span is a children to my div or not? Yes or no? Come on. Okay, now I am passing the data, okay, to my component while loading as a children also. Okay, like this. Now tell me, while loading the component, we can pass the data as an attribute format as well as a children also. Now tell me, okay, the total data go to which component? Come on. The total data go to which component? Which component? Player component. So the data which is coming from outside, okay, how my JavaScript function hold it as a argument, as a parameter. Now tell me, object, how it is looks like, how it looks like. Key value is there. Okay, perfect. Key value is there. Next, key value is there. Okay, perfect. Okay, Mumbai is there. Now the next one is like, is there any key is there? Is there any key is there? Is there any key is there? Okay, I have the value only, the key is not there. Then if the key is not there, can I retrieve the data? Can I retrieve the data possible? Huh? No, right? If you pass the data as a children, the key itself, the default name is like a children only. Children only. The default name is like what? Children only. Now tell me. Hi, this is okay. Obj.name is nothing but Sachin. Okay, I'm from obj.location is like Mumbai. Okay, my runs are tell me, my runs are tell me 20,000. How we can get it? How we can get the 20,000? How we can get the 20,000? Come on. Obj dot what? Obj dot what? Children or not? Okay, children or not? It's a predefined key. Obj dot children or not? Now, can I come here? Can I refresh the page? Working? Working? Okay, now tell me, while loading a component, how many ways we can pass the data to the component? While loading a component, how many ways we can pass the data to the component? While loading a component, how many ways we can pass the data to the component? Two ways. One is like as an attribute format. Another one is like as a children or not. One is like as an attribute format. Another one is like as a children or not. Got my point? Got my point? Get it with me? Okay, perfect. Okay. So yesterday's assignment, so many people completed. That's good. Okay. Now today's assignment. Okay, from HTML side, okay, from HTML5, okay, new attributes or new tags introduced in HTML file. What are the new tags introduced? Okay, in HTML5, read it from the uijavakit.com. Semantic tags are there. Okay, in HTML5, which new tags introduced? Okay, that one I want. CSS side, write the notes, okay, send it to me. Box model. From the CSS, I need a box model. I need a box model. From JavaScript side, okay, write a note something about the object, how to create, how to insert, how to update, how to delete. Okay, from React side, okay, I don't want to give a new thing. Okay, practice so far what we discussed. Practice, okay, all programs what we discussed. All are agreed. Okay, so let me share this with you. See, already working people, they are doing some work so that they may, okay, they may not get the time to do this. But this is for freshers as well as who want to put like some experience, who want to put some fake experience who want to put it. Okay, those people follow this. Those people follow this. Okay, tomorrow no class, tomorrow no class, tomorrow day after tomorrow no class. Tomorrow and day after tomorrow no class. Just utilize that time, okay, for practice so far what we discussed. Okay, and one more thing I want to add here. Okay, your own example I want, your own example with the, okay, with this, okay, how I am using like players, same like this. Think your own example, just tell something about the student with the same example. Your own example I want, one own example. Okay, you can drop a mail, I will respond. Okay, okay, this is your assignment. Let me upload it. Okay, file Jilla. Yeah, you can resend again. Okay, maybe missed that mail. You can resend again. Don't worry if the live server is not working. Just okay, okay, maybe that extension is not okay. It should work in the office system also. Just update the Visual Studio Code first. Okay, from which tab you want me to, okay, upload? Which tab we are uploading? In which tab we are uploading the content? Okay, JS tab, right? Yes, JavaScript tab. Okay, then. Okay, I uploaded. Okay, complete this assignment. Okay, write your own notes and send it to my email ID. Okay, one example, practice all the programs, utilize this time. Okay, next 2 days. Okay, first 1 month it's like this only. We will not take the classes on Saturday, Sunday. After that, you may not get chance to, okay, prepare also. Okay, that much content we are going to deliver. That's the reason. If you comfort with basic things, you can easily understand in future. Okay, next concepts. That's the reason we are going to give the time, okay, at this moment to understand the basic things. Okay, got my point? Okay, prepare well. Okay, I'm sure that you can easily get the job. You can easily get the job. Okay, UI technology is only the simple, okay, course to learn as well as to get the job. It's exactly 3 months course, more than that, nothing. Okay, don't think like after 3 months, after my course completion, I am going to start my preparation and everything. Don't think like that. That will never work. That will never work. So now onwards, day to day, you can plan, okay, some time for preparation, for practice. Got my point? For React, there has a huge openings are there for React. Okay. Okay, then. Okay, complete your course. Okay, get ready with the subject. Put your resume, upload your resume Naukri with 2 years or 3 years of experience. You can get like multiple calls. You never imagine for React that many calls you can get it. Okay. Okay, then thank you guys. Thanks for joining. Okay, we'll continue recommend things on Monday. Okay, utilize this time. Again, I'm telling. If you're stuck with something, don't worry. Go with the another program. This program, drop a mail. Okay, I can check. I can get the chance. I can reply to. Okay. Fluxbox, I will tell. I will tell. Okay. First, I need to prepare. I'm not that much comfort with Flux. Okay, this weekend I will prepare. I will tell. Okay, then thank you guys. Thanks for joining. Okay, like sir, if it is not working, okay, okay, just upload, okay, upgrade your Visual Studio Code. Still, it is not working. Just leave it. It's not a matter. Why? Because this kind of okay programs we are going to write like in next 10 days. That's it. After that, we are going to create an applications. Then the time this live server is not required. Not required. Okay. Okay, then thank you guys. Thanks for joining. Bye.